Watching these storms, and they are increasing in intensity this evening. We have a line of storms that's already now going up here from Ardmore all the way up towards Wawoka and Holdenville. Right now, this storm that is going to be very close to Holdenville and Hughes County, this is now warned for golf ball size hail and winds of 70 miles per hour. Shane Helton, he is right in the heart of that. That is tracking up towards Wetumpka. It's a severe thunderstorm warning inside of a tornado watch that goes until 4 a.m. But Holdenville, that rain, it's right on top of you now, and it's now making its way up towards Wetumpka and moving there pretty quickly as well. There is some inflow into this, and so we have been watching at least some areas of rotation, but it's not tight enough here for there to be any sort of considerable tornado threat. The risk for tornadoes with this storm is pretty low, which is good. Right now, Wetumpka 1036, Walika at 1053. Watching additional storms going up now down in southern Oklahoma. Let's check in with Storm Command and field meteorologist Michael Armstrong. Michael, what are you seeing right now from Storm Command?
Yeah, quite a lightning show. We're just coming through Elmore City down here in southern Oklahoma, Damon. This is where the most intense storms are in the state, and the reason why is the wind direction. The cold front really hasn't cleared through this area, so we're still seeing quite a bit of lightning as storms are organizing. There is a very powerful supercell down to the south. Basically on the south of this line of storms, on the south end of it, it is moving directly toward Ardmore and could bring a very large hail threat with it. So we're watching it very closely here in Storm Command, and a long night ahead for us. Back to you.
Yeah, certainly there will be a long night ahead of us here, and that supercell that we were looking at, it's that right there, 70-mile-an-hour winds, golf ball size hail, and that is tracking right up towards Ardmore and eventually making it pretty close to Sulphur. We're going to be on top of this storm all night long for you. That's a pretty big supercell right there. 2 severe thunderstorm warnings here. Now, what we're watching later into the evening, by the way, up in northern Oklahoma, that's just nice rain. 3/4 of an inch of rain has fallen in parts of Major County. And then additional storms will go up here from Elk City, Hobart. As those track to the east, we are going to watch it closely for the OKC Metro. Okay, let me walk you through the night and the weekend here. Here's your tornado watch until 4 a.m. Elmore City, Ardmore, southern Oklahoma. Does not include the Metro, but the Metro has a severe thunderstorm watch. Same thing from Norman up to Stillwater, Guthrie, El Reno, all the way down towards Chickasha, Anadarko, and Mangum. So our tornado threat for tonight, it's there. It's not extremely high, but it is high enough that a tornado watch is certainly warranted. It's at a 2 for Pauls Valley to Holdenville. That's a low chance, and then very low for the Metro if any storm can try to get in here. Really for OKC, it's more of a hail and a wind threat. Quarters the golf ball size hail and winds 70 miles per hour. So what I'm watching here, this cluster that's out to the west, watch as we go deeper into the evening by about midnight and 1 a.m. So in the next 2 hours, it increases from Edmond to OKC down Pauls Valley. That's going to be pretty impactful right there. That's going to come through I-35. Any severe weather with this at 2:30 in the morning is going to be right along the leading edge. So it's Ada to Holdenville. That will move to the east, and then we'll get some scattered showers that pop up on top of us around 4, 5, and 6 a.m., but the threat for severe weather with that is extremely low. Closer inspection here, again, into the Metro. Edmond, 1 a.m., more to Norman, 1 a.m., and then it is just going to be a very noisy night. It's going to be raining pretty hard. That will move out of here by 3 and 4 a.m., and then we'll see a few more scattered storms pop up over Cleveland County. Threat for severe weather, extremely low with that. But if you are headed downtown tomorrow morning, we're going to watch more rain begin to lift in here, 6, 7, 8 a.m. It will be a wet start to your Saturday morning here. Okay, let's go into tomorrow evening, 5 o'clock overnight, I-44 south and east. That's a risk for severe weather, mainly for hail. Tornado threat is low, but not zero. And a flood watch also in play here for central Oklahoma. Up to 3 inches of rain, 3 to 4, southern and southeastern Oklahoma. Watch the rain come in tomorrow afternoon. There's going to be a lot of it. Here's quarter-size hail for Norman. Here's another batch of quarter-size hail coming through here. We'll watch that. And then tomorrow night is going to be much, much wetter than tonight here. Look at all the rain coming in. It is going to be waves of heavy rain on the way for central Oklahoma. And then 8 a.m. Sunday morning as the storm system is swinging out of here, we will have to watch for these cells right here to rotate. It won't rotate very strong, but there may be some spinning storms here from Kingfisher lifting up towards Enid and Wakita. by mid-morning on Saturday.